going to your first party, man. 13, man. I'm dropping them off, man. Hey, look, man, look. Check. My daddy didn't drop me off at no party in here. It's just like going through my head over and over and over. My baby just sitting there. It's going over and over about my baby.
Yo, face! Yo, your face, please! With sugar on top!
Now, remember when I told y'all something wasn't right with this whole shooting in Stockton? And some thought I was reaching, some thought I was just being too conspiracy theory-ish, but then it was a few of y'all that definitely agreed. Now, I'm not gonna regurgitate all the reasons we pointed out in the last video, but if you want, you can check the channel and watch the video for yourself to get tuned into what's going on. Now, I told y'all before that the father of the football player, who the kid name is Amari, he said his son was shot and lost his life. It was just off from his story, from his crying to the cameras cutting off him every time he cried, down to the non-existent tears. Like I said before, something just didn't sit right, and today I'ma just say that I want y'all to make sense of the BS that we're being told, because it's not adding up. Now, I always tell y'all that I'm a firm believer of two things being true at the same time, but it's impossible for two different narratives to be true at the same time. It's either this happened or that happened. Now, I don't know if maybe CBS and the rest of the news stations must have forgot that they did an interview with the father of one of the child victims, but this is why keeping up with these situations are important. Because we all remember when Amari's father did the interview with CBS, and then he stated that he was present when his child was shot. He claimed that when the shot started going off, right before his son got hit, he was going to give his favorite rapper a dab. Remember that? Well, now, as of yesterday, I started seeing this video of him going viral on TikTok where he's dropping his son off, and the caption is basically saying that he's dropping his son off at his first birthday party where he gets to go by himself unattended. First of all, before we continue, there's a lot wrong with this whole story, and it's like the more they reveal to us about what happened that night, the more everything gets weirder and weirder and weird. Because for one, why would he drop his 14-year-old son off to a 2-year-old's party by himself? Not to mention in a known crime area. Let's hypothetically say that someone was supposed to be watching him. Why didn't we see him consult with an adult before leaving his 14-year-old son unattended at this 2-year-old's party? Right? And it looked like it's daytime outside. So how long was he at this party? Because when the shots started going off, it was nighttime. I don't know. Now, in situations like this, I know people get their emotions involved because kids' lives have been taken, and I get it. I'm just saying, when you're sorting the information that these people give us, you have to pay close attention to the things that don't make sense, because usually when they don't make sense, that's a red flag. So we're going to get into both videos so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
13, man. I'm dropping them off, man. Hey, look, man, look. Check. My daddy didn't drop me off at no party in here. I mean, you know, we was pulling up on them bikes, man, but I feel like I'm doing a good deed by don't do nothing I wouldn't. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, boy.
At a 2-year-old's party. Right? Like, something's not making sense. Maybe it's just me, but he's dropping his son off at a 2-year-old's party by himself, unattended. He's not talking to nobody before he leaves to make sure that his son is okay, in good hands, right? As a parent myself, I'm not dropping my son off anywhere without consulting with an adult that's going to be there to make sure my kid is in good hands, right?
Be respectful, have a good time. Try not to let nobody play with you, alright? Alright, man, I love you, man. Have fun, man. Alright, man.
Alright. Now, as y'all can see, right, they're saying that he dropped his son off, which means he himself was not at that party, because he's leaving his own son. He said this is his first time leaving his 13-year-old son at a party by himself. He said his father never did it for him, but he's doing it. It's his first time. He's letting his son, I guess, be a grown man at 13 years old at a 2-year-old's party. All right, so that's been going viral all over TikTok, and everybody's been in the comments saying, oh, you know, no father should have to go through this. He trusted his kid to be there by himself, and then his kid was unalive. But during the CBS interview, he says that he was at the party. So which one is it? Was he at the party, or did he leave his son unattended? Let's check this out.
I can't leave my baby right here. Like, you know, I had her in my arms, and then I dove down there, and then I look back over and I see people running away from my son, and I see my son laying there crawling, and I'm like, damn, Amari. So I jump back over the counter with the baby. At this point, the gunman left out of the building, and then I had my baby and my girls in the corner, and they had all ran out the back door. So I'm like, I'm on top of Amari. I'm trying to grab him. I'm like trying to see where he's hit, because he's just sitting there just going. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, where you hit at? Where you hit at? And I look, and he had a hole the size of a nickel on his chest. And I'm just like, oh God, like, what am I gonna do? And the bullet where it was at, it was like near his heart. And I'm just like, I'm trying to like soothe him and tell him keep fighting. And I, you know, I wanted to give him CPR, but I didn't want to move him any certain way to where like I would have made matters worse. And then bullets started coming back in there. Boom, 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 boom. Bullets started coming back, but he didn't. The shooter didn't come back in the building. They stood at the door and was shooting.
All right, now y'all hear his story, right? The TikTok video that went viral is of him basically letting his son go into the party by himself. He got the gift with him. He's going in there. He left him unattended. He said out his own mouth, my first time letting my son go by himself. My father never did it for me. So now he's saying that he was there. He's at the party. He's seen the shooter shoot and then leave. And then I guess he got on top of his son, wanted to protect his son. He was there for his last moments. Pay attention.
And so I grabbed him, and I drug him and the baby to the side, and I gave my girl the baby, and I tried to get on the phone to call 911, but it was so I couldn't even think of what the address was, like, you know, and me being as a dad, I feel like I failed at that because I didn't know exactly where we was at.
Now, once again, he's the one that dropped his son off from the video we just seen before this one, right? How did he know the address? First and foremost, how did you even get there if you dropped him off? So once again, I said two things could be true at the same time, but two narratives can't be the same. He was either at the party, right? Or he wasn't at the party. Which one is it? But we seen the video on TikTok of him dropping his son off unattended.
But I didn't know it was gonna be a damn massacre.
But I called.
You know? Yeah, so she ended up calling, and I was sitting right there, and then they said the police are here. After about like, I'll say 2 or 3 minutes of the chaos going on, they was saying the police, and I'm like, well, where they at? Because my son isn't here dying. It's little girls, it's people in here laying down like hit. So I'm like, where are the police at? They like, oh, they outside. They don't want to come in because they think there's somebody in here. I'm like, think there's somebody in here. So then, like, you know, the girl came and she was like, you got to put pressure on the wound. So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to put pressure on it. Then she come and put pressure on it. And then they was like, you got to give him CPR. So I start blowing on him, and blood the blood just kept, the blood. Ooh, God.
See?
The blood just kept coming out his face, and I'm just like, man. So I just started trying to give him CPR, and the girl started pumping on his chest, but I'm trying to keep something over his chest. And then the police come running through the door with their guns, acting like they superheroes, but everybody in here hitting, they running out the back door where all the kids went. All the people that's trying to survive then ran out the back. Y'all chasing somebody who ain't even out here, like, you know, hurting nobody. I'm like, the kids is right here that's hurt, laid out. So then they come around me talking about, oh, you get away, let us do our job and this and that. And they gave the girl like a foot wrap thing or whatever. And they said put pressure on the wound, put pressure on the wound. So then we keep pumping. He was like 30 pumps, and give him CPR. So then we working that, and then I'm just sitting there looking like this ain't working. I'm like, I gotta get up out of here. So I'm like, son up, man, just hold on. And I'm like, where's the ambulance? And they was like, oh, the ambulance just got here. I'm thinking the ambulance coming out. The police get around me like, oh, let us do our job. I'm like, y'all ain't doing y'all letting my son die. So then I run outside, the ambulance still out there in the damn street. They out here trying to tell motherfuckers outside, oh, don't do this, don't do that. So I had to grab one of the paramedics. I'm like, man, my son is dying. I'm not finna let my son die in here like that. So then we ran back in there. And then he was like, oh, we got to get him outside. So then, we picked him up and then we just carried him all the way outside to the street and laid him out on the street. Then they got this machine to the pump, just keep pumping his heart. And, they was like, we got to get him on the gurney. We got to get him on the gurney now. And then this girl out here laid out. They got old boy out here laid out. So then they put him on the gurney, and then I'm like, man, can I ride back there with him? They was like, nah, you can't ride back here. You can ride in the front, though. And I'm just like, man, like on the movies, they always let people ride in the back. So I'm just kind of tripping, like, why they ain't letting me ride in the back? So then they was like, oh, it's too many cars. It's too much people out here. So we're going to have to wait and we're going to make an entry. We're going to have to make an exit. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever you got to do, we need to get there. So they make a little exit to get out of there. And I asked the paramedic, like, okay, like, why y'all driving so slow? Like, anytime I see the paramedics, like, they doing 100. He like, oh, well, we gotta drive at a certain speed so they can do their job back there. So I was like, man, that's understandable. Like, I understand that, because I'm like, okay, I'm panicking right now, but like at the same time, I'm like, I don't want them to get in the accident or something else happen and where we don't make it to the hospital. So I had to calm myself down. So when we get to the hospital, this is probably around like 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And I keep asking him, like, is he all right? I'm like, is he all right? I'm like, I'm already keep fighting. And I'm just, it's just like going through my head over and over and over. My baby just sitting.
Look, check this part. Not a 10.
It's going over and over about my baby.
Not a 10.
So she calls, she tell me that they got a...
Not a 10 say. Now, like I always tell y'all, I know when kids is involved, ladies and things of that nature, people, they tend to get their emotions involved. But when you know certain things, especially in this weird industry and these weird things that go on, you kind of see past that, right? And then, just like I said, all this crying, no tears in sight.
Javon described calling his dad during the shooting.
Why your dad? Is he your superhero?
Yes.
You can't save your kids. That's devastating.
We seen him say that he dropped his son off. Now he's saying he was there. He's seen everything happen. He's seen the shooters. It's just a lot going on. I just want to know what y'all think about this. I told y'all from the beginning that something didn't make sense. And it seems like the more and more people come out and talk, the more they reveal something just isn't adding up. And when I seen the viral TikTok, I seen that he said that he left his child unattended. And then when I remember this interview right here, I said, bingo, right there. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. How do y'all feel about the TikTok that's going viral where he says that he left his son unattended? And how do you feel about this CBS interview where he's basically saying he was there? Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, maybe he came to the party. How? Right? At what point in time? He never said that he came back to the party. He never said that he went to the party. It's just two different narratives. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.